And we're back in Footfall, or on Footfall, in Rogue Trader. We just did like an investigation, I guess, at a funeral. We found out what the deal was with the Repentance. Was it Repentance, or... I think that was the name of the ship. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, like Repentance, and he oh, here we go. Yeah, they put the body in the body for some reason. Oh, I forgot.
Let us not dawdle.
I forgot I left.
Calculations.
I need to do these before I leave
I
next
don't make
time.
mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Okay, Master Tactician. Can only be used on enemies with unfinished business effect. This effect is applied to enemies which were attacked by the Master Tactician's allies, but not by the Master Technician, and have less than 50%. Okay. Okay, let's try and finish the job. And then kick. The intense damage instead of weapon damage that does not count towards the attack limit per turn and counts as a single melee attack. Oh, push the target too, and then I guess you can charge. So that's good. And then the executioner immediately inflicts bleeding on an ally of their choice, including themselves. This ally gains a bonus to dodge and plus 3 additional MP. The enemy becomes cursed until the end of combat. All incoming warp damage is increased by 22%. At the start of their turn, oh, okay. The bounty hunter makes a free single attack with the selected weapon. This attack always hits, does not end, but deals only 40% the usual damage. After each third enemy killed, the bounty hunter recovers 1 charge of hunt down the prey. Okay. The Archmilitant gains the cautious approach effect until the end of combat, or until this ability is used again, or until using Confident. Instead of the usual bonuses from versatility, the Archmilitant gains plus 5% dodge and... okay. So that lets them... 4 more stacks. Removes all slowed. Okay. So I guess she's quite tanky then. Okay, I've done one quest.
Acquisition is possible.
Acquisition is possible. Shredder shotgun. Nice.
I always keep my options open.
You do you?
Just as I was taught.
Just as I was taught. They keep sounding like you're getting a message. Carnival Barker. This young man is clearly making every effort to look dapper. His fashionable clothes are practically new and his hair is well groomed. What ruins this impression is the poorly scrubbed off oil stains from his leaky implant and the fit of the jacket, which was clearly made for someone else. He gives you a beaming smile and says, his voice ringing, "Your ladyship, what an incredible honour! This humble collection is hardly likely to impress you, a rogue trader, conqueror of stars, but it is the best one on foot. Fool. What kind of collection is this? Dangerous, vicious, ruthless xenobeasts, caught red-handed as they were attempting to commit evil against the Imperium. But right now they are harmless. Our cages can withstand their rage, but I wouldn't recommend getting too close, huh? These aren't Xenos, they're mutants in makeup." The man smiles, dims, but only for a moment. "Not Xenos, you say? I'm sure there must be some mistake. I will check the shipping list myself, rest assured." His words are oozing with greenish-yellow hues. I do not think the promise will be kept. Such entertainment is lucrative precisely because billions of Imperial subjects have never encountered a Xeno in their lives. Ignorance and curiosity create colossal demand. That's what I was taught, and I can see that the lessons were truthful. Dogmatic. Do you know what I see? Heresy. These exhibits must burn, and you'll burn along with them. Wait, please. Jeez.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Yep. Well, there we go. Yeah, so what am I doing? Rot. Mentions Sector 2. I guess they're going to go to the underground, right? Liege's residence. Alpha Row. Oh, Shadow Quarters, that was it. Or do I do this now, or? Let's have a look at Shadow Quarters. Argenta gestures for your attention. Rogue Trader. I would like to remind you about Reverend Hieronymus' request. He asked us to search for a potential cultist den in Footfall's Shadow Quarters. You seem to be weighed down by something. What? No! Argenta shakes her head and rubs her temples tiredly. Apologies, Rogue Trader. Being here on Footfall, it is difficult for me. It's a minor personal weakness, but I'm as ready to fight as ever. It will have no effect on my combat skills. If something is troubling you, tell me. Please, I can help. Argenta shoots you a wary look. I suppose I could share it with you, but the tale will be long, and I will have to start from the beginning. I wasn't born in the Expanse, and I was sent here to be a guardian of a reliquary on Footfall, but my ship became caught in a warp anomaly, and although it lasted only a day for those on board, decades had flown by in real space. When last I arrived on Footfall, it felt like I had been erased from time. No one was waiting for me on this side of the moor, and the people who were supposed to greet me, who knew about my imminent arrival, had died. The reliquary that should have been mine to safeguard had instead been taken under the protection of Reverend Hieronymus and his brethren. They were more than up to the task. They had no need of my help. Footfall became my cage. I didn't know who I was or what purpose I had here. The way back to Calaxius seemed like another trap. Even if I were to find a ship headed there, my sector, my order, they too would have lived decades without me by that point. Whenever I am reminded of those months spent on Footfall, it seems like I was falling into a pit. I hope the rumours of cultists turn out to be true. I can't wait to prove with my bolter that the world and the Imperium need me. How and why did your stay on Footfall come to an end? Something must have changed. Yes, a sign almost a portent showed me the right path. But it's not something I can speak of like this, on the street, in this den of malice. Let us be on our way. All I can say is that on Footfall, I met Lady Theodora and joined her, and that was the end of my languishing in this place. You know Footfall better than me. Do you think the rumours of heretics are true? There was a time when I'd have said that it was likely a fabrication. One can say many things about the Casablanca mission and other shady operators on Footfall, but even those thugs are loyal to the Emperor, and so they mercilessly exterminate outright heretics in their territory. But now, heretics have launched an open attack on a rogue trader's ship. A member of our dynasty, Conrad Voig Trevere, has turned out to be one of them, and Footfall itself is sinking deeper and deeper into madness. In these times of strife, I'm willing to believe in heretics who openly perform their dark rituals and brazenly mark their dens with sacrilegious symbols. Okay, we must keep going. Activate the elevator. I'm gonna come back here.
Fortune smiles on us. An ill omen.
Where's my ship gone?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The refugees from Kiava Gamma are looking at you, some with apprehensive frowns, some with unconcealed gratitude. Your ladyship, comes the discordant chorus of voices. I need information. What happened on Kiava Gamma and how did you end up here? We told you everything back in the square. Things are rough on Kiava Gamma. Maybe there isn't even a Kiava Gamma anymore. The planet was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayers and cut down people left and right. We heard everything from orbit, listening to one voxcast after another. We realized there wasn't anyone left to save, so we thought we'd run. But then it was like our crew went mad somehow. The captain smashed his own head against the cognigator, and so did half of the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship into the warp, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, ours being one of them. We don't know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to Footfall. Maybe they disappeared in the warp, or maybe something else happened to them. What became of the ship that you used to get here? It is the property of the Von Valencius dynasty. Apologies, we couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We're lucky we got it all the way to Footfall. It's at the far docks, but there isn't much use for it anymore. It doesn't look like it's going to fly anywhere, and the local recollectors have already removed some of the valuable parts. You can send your people to take about what is left, scavenge some components. Objects discovered. Mechanicus creations. The map of the expanse was revealed to me before the Sea of Souls roiled and tangled the paths. How did you, desperate one, reach Footfall all the way from the Crunch system without a navigator? Frightened by Castia's appearance, the refugee covers his face with his hands, trembling violently. Please forgive my worthless words. We were feeling our way in the dark, you could say. All we had is some old maps. We prayed to the God Emperor day and night while our helmsman plotted the course. A miracle it must have been, your ladyship. Okay. A familiar figure turns towards you. Henrik von Klux, interrogator of the Order of Zenus, bows his head respectively. Lord Captain. Honoured interrogator, what a surprise. Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Werrison. I am not in the habit of leaving a trail, but I thank you for your concerns. Greetings, interrogator. To what do I owe the pleasure of this latest visit? Only to our mutual duty to humanity. It is that duty that demands that I disturb your peace once more. I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rykard Minoris. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we assumed were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds, this time yours, Lord Captain. Henrik clears his throat and begins in a pointedly official tone. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Galacazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel above the Kronos expanse, the rogue trader of House von Valencia is to take on board the agent of the most holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Galacazar. I can't really say no, can I? Henrik studies you for a moment, then ever so slightly, as if not wanting anyone else to see, shakes his head. What exactly caused this need to rejoin my crew? The cause is the activity of humanity's enemy, including the cult of the Final Dawn. In my absence, the situation in the Kronos expanse has changed. I have received an exhaustive report from my agents. This heresy has taken root in the region where the Von Valencia world lies. You probably already knew about the fate of the industrial world of Kiava Gamma. If not, then I will share what details I know. But not here. Better to talk on board where we will not be overheard. I, rogue trader Pandora von Valencius, welcome the agent of the Golden Throne aboard my ship and take on the responsibility of assisting him in the fight against the evil that threatens humanity. I, rogue trader Pandora von Valencius, welcome the agent of the Golden Throne aboard my ship and take on the responsibility of assisting him in the fight against the evil that threatens humanity. Henrik gives a reserved nod, an answer befitting a righteous servant of the Emperor. One second, I'm just checking something. If duty has brought you aboard the rogue trader ship once more, then such is the Emperor's will. Welcome back, Interrogator. Thank you, sister. It is an honor to be travelling with one of the blessed Adeptus Sororitas. Master Van Kalox. Cassia's voice is brimming with genuine joy, which she immediately hides behind a cascade of high-born primness. Since you are with us one more, I do hope you will find time to finish our conversation about the literary works of Kronhala the Blessed. I will make every effort, Lady Orsolia. I must also deliver to you. Henrik pulls out a sealed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have the time. May the Emperor's faithful forever remain in the light of his favour. Let me first express my condolences on the tragic death of the most honourable Theodora von Valentius. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn that the warrant of the rogue trader has been passed to a worthy and promising heir. These words are not hollow compliments, but rather the Inquisition's official opinion on your person. As fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the von Valentius dynasty in an hour most dire, when grim portents of dark events to come are surfacing throughout the Cronus expanse. I have been duty-bound to become the first sentinel who sees the approaching threat, and I hereby alert you that it is indeed coming. Our loyalty and resolve will be tested. People such as you and I will become the pillars that will reunite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. And so I greet you as my dependable ally and assure you of my favour. From now on, you have a trusted friend within the Holy Order of the Emperor's Inquisition and a receptive confidant on whom you can rely. Should the dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices, have no doubt that such an incident will be examined in exceedingly temperate fashion that rules out the most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in the success of our partnership. Thank you for your contributions both past and future. Lord Inquisitor Xavier Kalkazar. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship, or do you still have business in Footville? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. Secrets of the cult. Okay. Let's
I
get out of
already
here.
have a backup plan.
Okay, what's happening here? Huh? Lord Captain. What the hell? Lord Captain, the inspection of the ship's system is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything is ready for onward travel, except there is an issue you must be made aware of. Cassia makes a nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye. I've been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I wanted to double check the route to Dargonus and discovered that it does not match the one recorded in the atlas. It is more than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. It can no longer be used for travelling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the atlas one after the other and saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is rolling with an ominous storm, busts bursting with vivid and screaming colours. It will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Argenta angrily chops the air with the side of her palm. Warp storms are our enemies, just like heretics and demons. It is a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. Now we can be certain that the problems with the astropathic communication in the Cronus Expanse are no coincidence. There is a warp disturbance in your way, Lord Captain. It is swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the Von Valentius Protectorate as soon as possible. I'm talking about Janus, Dargonius, and Kiava Gamma. Charting new routes so they can be reached and restored control will be a necessary next step. What would be the consequences of losing contact with these worlds be? A world deprived of connection to its neighbouring systems and the Cronus Expanse's infrastructure can only rely on itself, and their capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus does not have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretics, xenos, anyone can prey on the helpless planet. The loss of communication is a threat to your position. A rogue trader with no protectorate to back them is one that grows weaker by the day. The Voxmaster is entirely correct. You are rogue trader Pandora von Valentius, the successor to Theodora von Valentius, one of the most influential women on this side of the Moor. What is the Moor? Okay, but you are also new to the business of governing. Many will doubt your competence and try to carve up your protectorate so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It is important to show your potential allies and foes that you are in control of the situation, which is why the sooner we reclaim those worlds, the better. A faint smile appears on Cabela's lips. If the Faithless decide that your worlds are easy prey, that is good. We will find enough enemies in your domain then, and we will kill them. The Undying One will look upon us with approval. Tell me about Janus. The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet could be designated an agri-world. It is a powerful food base capable of supplying the burgeoning protectorate and exporting provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the Governor House of Vat. Under its leadership, the world has grown ever more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled. What is Kiava Gamma? The industrial world Kiava Gamma is being managed by the Governor House of Caprak and supplies your protectorate with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus manufactorium that processes materials and prepares them for shipment. I testify that Kiava Gamma is a world marked by the omniscient Omnisia's patronage. By his grace, the manufactoriums of the colony are inhabited by committed, industrious machine spirits. Henrik coughed quietly. Mistress Tollyman neglected to mention that the Kiava Gamma Manufactorium also supplies heavy machinery, from forage harvesters to vessel systems and components. Ablard turns his hard eyes on Henrik's. You display commendable knowledge of our world's manufacturing capabilities, von Kalox. Pleased to be of service. Hello, welcome. Yeah, they're okay. It was a struggle to play earlier. Our brain is just dead. You know when you just can't concentrate on anything. And I don't know what it's like there, but it's been bloody hot. What do I need to know about Dargonus? Dargonus is the heart and soul of your protectorate. It is where the main administrative resources and storage facilities are, and so is the Von Valencius Palace. If you would like to know, this is where you will publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonus is a major administrative hub that runs the cargo fleet and keeps track of finances. Ablard, what is your opinion? Which world should we deal with first? It's like getting up to like 25, 27. So I mean, it's like relatively it's not hot, but for the UK. I think it's also that I'm not in the habit of opening windows yet. Ablard strokes his beard for a few seconds before giving a hesitant reply. Rediscovering the agri-world will supply your protectorate with something none of your servants can do without: sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I am concerned by the rumours concerning Kiava Gamma. There's been no problems on Janus for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. I trust I do not have to explain the capital world. Losing it would make us the laughing stock of other dynasties. Besides, the loss of chronicles and ledgers would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe, so all three systems are equally vital to the Protectorate. It falls to you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest, Lord Captain. Very well, our course is clear. Do my officers have any other issues that require immediate attention? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart footfall immediately, should you so desire. Apparently I've played this for 30 hours already. And I've done one chapter. High Factotum Janris Danrock, Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the Von Valencius Protectorate. Our utmost urgency is restoring communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decrees upon their stewards, developing colonies, claiming new territories, and establishing trade links. All this is now your privilege and burden. Nice. Opening the map of the Cronus Expanse. The Cronus Expanse is a vast region of space where you will travel between different star systems. In each system, unique events can occur. By steering your flagship towards them, you can explore planets, study anomalies, and interact with other ships. To switch to the map of the entire Cronus Expanse, click the button in the bottom right corner of the screen. That's this map of the Cronus Expanse. Ooh, finally. And it's got to load it. How horrible. Okay. Warp routes. Travel between systems is fraught with mortal peril and takes place in another dimension known as the warp. Only a navigator can plot a course through the warp to the other star systems. Click the circular button at the bottom of the screen to have the ship's navigator chart new routes to the system you have selected. To initiate travel, left click on a system and press the warp travel button. A route's colour is an indication of its danger level. Green routes are the absolute safest. Yellow routes signal that unpredictable events can occur during the jump. Orange routes denote a high probability of the ship coming under attack, even in the warp. Red routes are a sure sign that the ship will be assaulted by hostile forces during travel. The ship's navigator can make a route safer by spending points of Navigator's Insight, which can be acquired by discovering and scanning new systems throughout the Cronus Expanse. Okay. The Cauldron. Mundus Valencius. Talico Ellipsia. Accursed. Oh geez, there's all like eyes and stuff. Founding worlds. Some here. I want to go here, I think. Yeah, Janus, that's the one. So do I just like... Oh, I guess I can't. So do 3. Scan is required. Worlds, dead worlds. How does this work? Oh, chart new routes. To the Imperium. Special route. Standard scanning could not reveal a route to the selected system, but you can still get there by spending points of Navigator's Insight to plot a guaranteed direct path. Click left mouse button on the system and use Navigator's Insight to chart the course. Okay. Why we don't want to go to the Imperium. Okay, Soto's tomb. Let's go there. Lord Captain, the ship's senior officers request an audience with you. They are humbly awaiting you on the bridge. Jeez, more talk. Lord Captain, if I may request your attention for a moment, I must report a series of highly dangerous violations that have taken place in the fuel compartment. The Master at Arms is ignoring my demands and I am thus forced to appeal directly to you. Oh, more politics, damn it. The fuelers have found a sect of some kind. This group practices fire worship of the Emperor, and has been burning promethium near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we all go up in flames. Jesus. I should point out that there has been no accidents in the fuel compartment so far, and that the beliefs of this sect do not affect the obedience of the workers or their efficiency in any way. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of their superiors. However, if you find the practice is unacceptable, we will put a stop to them immediately. Does the ecclesiarchal recognize this cult, or is it considered heretical? This matter is beyond my purview. Let Confessor Adalbert be the judge of such business. A plump, rosy-cheeked old man steps forwards. The Emperor protect your ladyship. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of the fire prophecies has been tested for purity and be found to be in accordance with the creed. Their leader, who calls himself the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. They do not twist the sacred teachings And as for their chosen forms of worship, they are neither rare nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with the full approval of the Ecclesiarchate. Whatever. What, they are burning my Prometheum? The amount of residual accumulated in the drainage tanks was so laughably small that it was not even worth recording. If there were any real misappropriations of ship resources happening here, I would have already punished those involved, Lord Captain. Does this Oracle of Fire really make prophecies? At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of the possible future to him in the sacred flame. Occasionally his visions do come true, or so his followers convince themselves. We do not know whether the grace of the God Emperor truly lies upon him, or if he is merely a charlatan, or perhaps a blissful lunatic, or a wicked rogue who possesses psychic powers not tempered by his will. A croaking voice interrupts the confessor's words. Lord Captain, as choir master of the Astro-Thathic choir, I must be watchful of any threats to the ship's safety originating from the Immaterium. I have heard rumours about this oracle, and so have sent my adepts to see him. They assert that the man is a psyker. This man who speaks to the warp is a danger to himself and to the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into a holding cell, tranquilized and handed over to the Inquisition to be sent to Holy Terror. Alternatively, you may also dispose of him in some other way. I know just how to handle this cult. We stand by ready to carry out your order. Throw the Oracle into the holding cell and hand him over to the authorities the first port we visit. It will be done, Lord Captain. I will see to it that he remains unconscious and his dangerous powers are kept in check. As for the cult, I'm sure it will dissolve on its own without its spiritual leader. God, I hope they fix this loading screen stuff in the next one. Where am I? Pirates. F5. Let's go kill some pirates, I think, and die miserably. Class. Oh, right, in direct. Oh god, there's 3 of them. Oh, just...
With the force of supernova!
Attacking with weapons. This ship can attack with each of its weapons and note they can be fired as the ship moves. Yeah.
Make every shot count!
I want to ram. Oh wait. Oh, damn it. I've messed that up, haven't I?
Let them taste our fury. Make every shot count. Coordinates set. Engage the engines.
Do a bit of a loop round, I think, because he's not going to get a chance to attack. Yep. Oh, so close.
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Oh, I think I messed this up. Yeah, I messed this up royally.
Helmsman, take us in. Salvo.
That's better.
Make every shot count. Fire at will.
Another victory of two great dynasties, Lord Captain.
Too great. Oh, she's talking about herself. Planet exploration and mining. Planets in the Cronus Expanse are teeming with valuable resources. Before these resources can be harvested, however, an extractium needs to be set up on the world's surface. Scan the planet, then select the icon of the resource you're interested in to deploy an extractium. Click accept, confirm your choice. You can see how many extractiums you have available at the bottom of your screen. Resources are required to develop colonies and complete contracts. Is there like certain ones that are more important? Imperium cartographers and chroniclers know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a prosperous outpost capable of eclipsing even footfall. There used to be a Cyclopedian tomb station on its orbit, the final resting place of Cornelius Soto, one of the discoverers of the Cronus Expanse. The tomb gave its name to the entire system. However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body rammed into the station, causing it to collapse onto the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, this also made the world uninhabitable for centuries. The crater formed by the station's impact can still be observed from orbit. Soto's tomb became a sepulchre for the entire planet. This sordid place has neither life nor loot, but knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull is a treasure in its own right. Space dust. Is that it? Oh, I've forgotten something. As I am now fated to be your shadow, Dom in Pandora, we must perform a ritual that will seal our bond, for it pleases the Undying One. Let us speak on the bridge, and I will take us to a place appropriate for the ritual. Oh God, I will be there. I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. The tech liturgy and the rite of the machine blessing ended with a data mediation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Omnissiah. The acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains an unknown. Yet during my meditative ritual, the Omniscient gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than a blessing of the machine god. So what does this mean? Hypothesis in extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation. But I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. The report is received, thank you. He's on the docks.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, no, wait, that's not the right person. That's strange.
I always keep my options open.
I guess this is the wrong one. Okay,
The Shadow Quarters.
I'm looking for a
When I was
pub.
last on footfall, I used to take my weapon and wander this area, anticipating an encounter with a mutant or a bandit.
This
Why
fake
are
door
your
is connected to a
collections of
mind
this so
trigger.
blue? And the more you talk about it, the darker the blue become.
What the hell? Oh, I found the bloody, what's it called? Rot.
Is there money to be made? I'll make an example out of you.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Look at that. Here comes another training target for us. Fire it up, you lot.
afraid
Oh,
not.
of course you can't see him.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If only that were possible.
Oh, plus, oh, yeah. Didn't realize you could rotate it.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh god, I forgot about this guy.
I'll die with grace, at least. Scared yet?
Ow.
Out of my way.
Ow.
Duty go hand in hand.
Oh no, she's stunned, didn't she? No. God damn it.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Okay, how does this bounty hunter work? Claim the bounty. The bounty hunter makes a free single attack with a selected weapon. This attack always hits. Does not, but what does this do? The bounty hunter may mark an enemy in combat as prey. Whenever the bounty hunter kills a target marked as prey, they gain a stackable bonus until the end of combat. Okay.
Show me what you've got.
I'll show you what I've got. Oh god.
Let's make it quick.
Pain cleanses the body.
Well, maybe she's not stunned anymore at least. Gee, she's dead though. Nope, she lost her turn.
Fear nothing. A dance of blades and shadows. The shadows killing brings me no pleasure. I shall not faint. Death is a blessing. As honor ordains.
It's an additional where it hurts.
Trust me.
Here we go.
Holy crap!
Sacrifice for the Imperium.
On it. It's as good as done. I won't compromise my principles.
Oh, of course not. Damn it.
me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll make it happen.
Brace yourself, Abelard. One to a target. Indeed. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Running binary override. My vow is to serve.
Time to slaughter someone.
I took care of this one.
Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override.
Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. You, Emperor.
I'll do it.
High momentum.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, eradicated. Faith without deeds with you, my Emperor!
Out of my way. Die, die, die! Within our ranks.
Holy crap.
Victory is imminent. It will be done. Just a minor setback.
If I may, I'm not accustomed to being...
Why does that give it... Why did that give him an attack of opportunity? I guess it's like magic rules. Or if you're casting in a magic, you get...
Request.
My ears are ringing. I will do my duty. Indeed. Victory is imminent. We'll rule the stars themselves. Reduced to dust.
God, 4 people died. By one person. Thunderhammer. Fire blessed carapace. He's waiting for you. You know the place, so be there on the time. The turn can be seen from the entrance to the Adeptus. Make sure some Gorka doesn't see know where you're going.
I always have a backup plan.
Watch out.
What was that about? Oh. Rising sun. Okay, be right back. I got a very random email from YouTube. This is like, oh, you've lost all your advanced features. Take a video. Oh, you're back. You've got them back. Obviously, it's not like click a link or... It's not like a fraud thing. Okay, let's find some more of these rot people. What did that letter say? He's waiting for you. You know the place, so be there on time. The turn can be seen from the entrance to the Adeptus.
Keep your wits about you.
The machine god grants me insight.
The machine god grants me insight.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Oh, so there's still this rising sun symbol. Chaos. Heresy.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
I guess they don't say, they don't mention chaos, do they? Grenadier's gloves. Use grenades, cost -1 AP. Enemies. Oh, nice. Don't really use them though. Maybe I should.
Rise to the top or get left in the
Attention
dust.
to detail is the key to success.
From behind closed doors, you hear the humming of primitive washing machines and the voices of laundry workers. Dark hideout. Herald. No, they're just. Oh. It's a lot of people. What the hell? Extermination Brigade Sergeant. The man stops and salutes you with his flamer. Your ladyship, what an honor. The whole of Footfall is talking about the new head of House von Valencius, foreman of Footfall Utility Crew 3, at your service. What are you doing? Just burning rats? And some trash. And some parasites of other sorts. The district's under quarantine, you see. They got hit by something nasty. A disease. Or maybe it isn't a disease, just some bugs and worms that crawled out of some shop or another. It's a bit odd that it happened here and not at the docks, I'll grant you. Things like that usually start there. They even spray the place with some gunk to kill all the bugs and worms. But I guess something slipped through. 2 families in the block way over there snuffed it, and the Liege wasted no time getting the district surrounded so that nobody could leave. So you don't know exactly what happened in the district, disease, bugs, or something else? 1,000 apologies, your ladyship, but no, we don't, and we'd rather not find out. Who in their right mind would want to get closer to whatever it is? It contained the foulness, and that's good enough if you ask me. How exactly did the vitamins die? How did the victims die? Who knows? They found them in their hovels already dead, blue sores on their bodies, and they stank something awful, which is why the lot that found them didn't even risk looting the corpses. Good on them, I guess. Doesn't mean we let them out, of course. Oh god. What measures have you taken to deal with the problem? You're looking at them. We stand here, burn the foulness, and we've got people standing guard so that no one escapes. Put some mines down, a whole load of them. For some reasons, the water, the sewer is all blocked off to stop any communication getting out. The air's open, I suppose, but the foulness doesn't seem to be airborne. There haven't been any strange deaths outside the district. Are the people trapped in the quarantine zone being provided with air of any kind? Of course not. I mean, I heard Reverend Hieronymus has been praying for their souls, which sounds more like retribution fell upon them, and rightly so. That's the most they can hope for. I wish to enter the quarantine zone. Your ladyship, have mercy. I can't say no to you, but the danger is just as real to you as it is to the whole station. We'll clear a way for you, but it'll take time, a lot of time. It won't be easy to break down the barriers and disarm the mines. It gives you a long look, likely hoping that you'll reconsider, but after receiving no reaction, it gives the... why am I going in here? Am I an idiot?
Let us not dawdle.
To the... oh, jeez, just randomly find the door to the cultist lair. Sure.
Over there.
Over here. Ooh, lovely.
Stop.
Oh, God.
There.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
My warp sight reveals something.
How many bloody traps are there going to be? A door? What the hell? What the hell have I walked into? Open the door for us. Guide our way. The edge of daybreak. Oh, the daybreak. What the hell? That's just a little guy. Hello. Oh, God. Oh, I love Agenta.
Will be your downfall. Your emperor won't save you.
When does she get to act? Okay, so it's not too bad. When does she go? She goes quite soon, so Abelard is a bit off, so we'll give him a little bit of protection, and then let's go. Cassia, okay. Where is he?
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs? if I may.
I hope these are actually worth it. Waking Nightmare.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
How many people am I going to hit with this? It's worth it.
Fur painted blue.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
The scriptural prophecy of Messiah condemns you.
As the tenets demand, my blade whispers your name. As honor orders, I would that I could.
Cultist Sorcerer.
Death to non-believers!
Ouch. Hasten. Ah, Argenta. Finally. Okay, time to entrench.
Doubt is for the weak.
Just fire bullets into them, really.
As the Emperor commands. Await his blood. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Who, if not me?
Press the advantage.
That is not the Emperor's will. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
I serve the ruinous powers! Death to the weak!
Death to the weak.
Come,
Oh god, he just exploded. Claim the bounty.
Request approved. Running binaric override. Vulnerability analysis successful. Function successfully terminated.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I will not. I'll do it.
what is done cannot be undone.
If I may.
The shadows will see it done. I bring mercy and retribution.
Holy.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'll make it happen.
My vow is to serve probability analysis. Successful.
Out of my way!
This sacrifice
Oh, damn
will
it.
forge our way to victory.
Momentum.
My place is at the fore. Target well struck. At your beck and command, viewer target.
Oh wait, he's got the wrong sword. Damn it.
No matter the cost. It will be done. Target well struck. At your beck and grey hair, sure hand. I will do my duty.
Scriptural probability in value.
What the hell?
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
Can't catch my breath.
Another color has faded.
Damn, I'm not doing too well on the old
Running binary, the Omnissiah condemns you.
Argenta rushes to the last living cultist and silently, furiously punches him in the face. Blaspheming heretic, who are you praying to? I know those words. That call to a law. Argenta doesn't get to finish. The cultist, having dropped to his knees, interrupts her with a grating, rasping laugh. Of course you know them. I recognize you too, lackey to the corpse on the throne. Haven't you already experienced the power of the true God? Didn't you flee from us, shedding tears? Uh-oh. Argenta recoils as if from a blow, but then steps forwards, grabs the cultist by the scruff of his neck, and makes him look into her eyes, burning like embers. I am one of the Adepta Sororitas, and I have never, not once in my life, fled from heretics and betrayers of humankind. End him, Argenta. You can kill me, servants of the Corp Emperor, but you can't stop the victory of the true God. The edge of daybreak is nigh, and the hour of his triumph approaches. Silence hangs for a moment. Oh, and then Argenta turns to you and shrugs nonchalantly. That's it, we fulfilled Reverend Hieronymus's request, which means I am now free. I continue my travels with you, rogue trader. Before we leave this den, let us round up what remains of the blasphemers. I would like to cleanse this place with purifying flame. Perhaps we may find clues that might tell us where these heretics came from, or if they have any more associates. Plasma pistol.
Operation successful.
Faux hammer. Sororitas boots. The wearer raises momentum to 175 whenever they kill 5 enemies in a row in one turn.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Okay, let's continue through this. Footfall shadow. Oh yeah, this was this all just inside. What's that spray paint?
Is there money to be made?
Citizen. Let's go up here. Adeptus Massimus? Adeptus Amaseus. Oh, is this the like bar? The Martyr's Endurance.
I always have a backup plan.
Oh my, this place has so many colors. Every shade I can imagine is floating in the air.
Oh, wait, what the hell?
The shadows reveal their secrets. Just as he ordained.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Gaudio Skatov.
What a shameful failure. This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Oh, that's the lady. There we go.
Rough day.
You have no idea.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari. Falco sends his regards.
And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
We'll give you grief, all right. Get out!
Man, this is like a full-on cutscene.
Don't think so, Ashmag. And tell Falco to come himself next time.
Hidari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
Have we met? Yes, we have. The woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice 2 empty bottles that have been keeping her company before you arrived. She looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewellery, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity, for only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this.
Greetings, Shireen.
Oh,
With whom
greetings,
do I have the
Shiri.
honor of speaking?
Rogue trader Pandora von Valencius.
Von Valancius. My deepest, humblest regards, your ladyship. I never would have imagined I'd be standing at the bar, in the Amasekus, next to an honest-to-God Emperor Rogue trader. Jai Hidari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament. I have heard a great deal about how open-minded the members of the von Valancius dynasty are, and Lady Theodora especially.
What do you need help with?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest.
Oh, really?
In recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stolen my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of footfall's unique atmosphere. When I asked the Leech for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladimir, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Hidari's property carries certain risks.
Oh, I figured out what you meant the other day about the notification sound. Because I keep hearing it today. It sounds like the Apple Mail like ding when you get a new email. And I keep thinking that my my Mac's not muted. Jay appears to be a serious operator on Footfall. The Legion's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally. So Jay is encouraging on his turf. Yeah, I keep hearing it in it's like in the background music. The Legion's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally. So Jay is encroaching on his turf. If Lavdim is not responsible for the disappearance of Jay's cargo, he will certainly benefit greatly from it. I suspect that he wants to keep the cargo out of your hands, and I want to put him in his place.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted.
A data slate. Okay.
Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There, in the depths, you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
Let's talk to this lady. The burly woman with a wealth of fiery hair is in the process of tinkering with some unknown device that is clinking melodiously. She has a rough-looking implant in place of her lower jaw. As you approach, the implant begins to move, as if independently of the rest of her face. Welcome to the Adeptus Amacicus, ma'am. Oh, this is the Adeptus. That's what the note was talking about. What can Octavia get you? Amsec? Low? Something more interesting? Octavia freezes in place. It can't be. Are you Sister Argenta? The Sister Argenta? The one who has the worst scum on footfall shaking in their boots? The whole station is talking about you, and here you are, in the flesh, in our humble Amacicus. Argenta stops Octavian's torrent of adoration with a calm gesture. No more. I seek retribution against transgressors, not glory for myself. Despite her words, you catch a glint in Argenta's eyes. You can tell she is enjoying this enraptured intention. Octavian's expression changes dramatically when she sees Kibella. You there, you should know that I see one dead body around here. I'll have you thrown out of my bar with a hole in your head. Your kind don't scare me, and I'm not about to let you ruin my business by leaving corpses all over the room. You being here is already making half my clients feel less thirsty. I have heard your threat. Do not fear. If I must kill someone here, you will not find the bodies. What is this place? You're in the oldest watering hole on footfall, ma'am. The Adeptus Amacicus is the only Adeptus one can find on footfall. She laughs hoarsely. I'm Octavian, I serve drinks, lend an ear, and if it comes down to it, quiet the rowdy ones. She sizes you up carefully. Folk usually come to the Amacicus for either pleasure or business. Might I ask what's brought you here? I have business here. Where better to do business than footfall, am I right? Business is the only thing keeping this melting pot going. If this wasn't the best place to make deals, footfall would have been stripped clean long before now, one asteroid at a time. Octavian leans forwards. Sitting at this bar often puts folk in a talkative mood, and I don't see anybody paying me to keep quiet. Visit from eminent individuals like yourself boosts the status of my establishment, so I can repay you by sharing what I've overheard. Some of it might help you out in your dealings. No doubt you picked up a lot of local knowledge working in a place like this. Do you know anything about the Anvers gang? She gives you a searching look, then answers in a lowered voice. Maybe I do know something. Let's not shout about it to the whole bar, alright? I'll be here long after you walk out of this bar, and the Anvers respect no agreements, laws, or other gangs. You look at the wrong way and you're dead. Anyway, to the point. Those Anvers are scum among scum. The most unhinged goons you can find on Footfall. And even other unhinged goons want nothing to do with them. They have no hierarchy, no territory, nothing. Only a nameless leader, who most of the Anvers haven't even seen once. This leader sends them leaflets with inspiring messages. Followers are recruited by other followers. The leads try to bring them into line, but it's like this. You clear out one group, and in the meantime 5 more spring up elsewhere. Like I said, no one knows who their leader is or where this leader operates from. But here's what I've noticed. The most recent Anver leaflets, the ones so fresh you can smell the ink off them, always show up in the same area on the big slum asteroid. Let me show you where it is real quick. She uses drops of liqueur to draw a basic map right on the bar. Right around here, I'm positive they're printing their little poems somewhere in this area. About that woman that started a gunfight up at the bar. Why are you so interested? You looking into her or something? Octavian catches herself upon meeting your gaze and bows her head low. Apologies, ma'am. Me and my big mouth. I guess this is why they broke my jaw so many times. She touches her implant. Oops. Octavian drops her voice. Jay, you know. Jay's pretty great. She's made a name for herself here on Footfall. She's a woman who came from nothing. She follows the unwritten rules of this place. She doesn't walk all over the weaker folk, and she drinks like a fish to boot. There's lots of respect. The sad thing is, it looks like she's gone on the wrong side of Ladnan. And since both of them, well, I guess all 3 of us, have ties to the Caspalalika. And there's no way out of this. Jay should get off a Footfall while she can. Better to lose her business than her life. Odd name, the Adeptus Amacicus. Not very reverent. Octavian chuckles. What makes you say that? Do you know where you're standing? On the deck of the Martyr's Endurance, a sacred vessel that once belonged to the Adeptus Administratum. 100 years ago, the bureaucrats sent a mission here to establish a department, set up some kind of record keeping, overfull Footfall, and make everyone here follow 1 billion laws to the letter. As you can see, it was the Martyr's Endurance and its inhabitants that got overhauled in the end. I don't know what happened to them, but the locals like to come here to make deals and count their money like before, in this temple of the Imperium's accountants. Over there you can even see the signs being preserved, partially. A great place, and the new name fits perfectly. You like it? I'm flattered. It's not often we get important visitors here, and it's even less often that they really appreciate the place. How are things here on Footfall? Haven't been to our fine station for a while, have you, ma'am? As per usual, there's never a dull moment. Either someone's getting shot in a square, or some rich guy's going on a safari to hunt commoners in the shadow quarters. Sure, the Liege makes sure that the local shenanigans don't get in the way of business on the station, but what happens on the outskirts adds a little spice to our lives. We make do, but the real trouble is, with every passing day it gets harder to find grub. I heard that some horrors are happening in the void outside Ferrobundus. Not all ships are making it here, and the Liege's old patrons don't seem to be in a hurry to help. It's taken a toll on Vladman's authority, and if the authority wobbles too hard, he'll have plenty of people lining up to take his place. Give me the latest. This one might interest you. A tale I heard from a tipsy voidborn from a cargo barge. They exited the warp halfway between Ferrobundus and the Avarus system and came upon a shuttle wreck adrift. The shuttle was registered to the inevitable Triumph, a merchant ship that disappeared decades ago. She was bound for Footfall, her cargo holds brimming with valuable goods, but she never made it. If anyone at all survived the shipwreck, it could be quite the lucky find. Here's another tidbit for you. Some poor sot was here bawling about how his crew tossed out a whole shipment of cargo with the trash, and it was his fault somehow. He hid the fact, and once they docked at Footfall, he immediately went on the run. No surprise there. Had they discovered his blunder, he would have been executed. I don't know what sort of cargo it was, but the ships he served on usually goes between Footfall and Winterscale's realm. She passed the 100 Dreams crossroad and Lagran's belt. If you happen by that area, you might want to look for whatever the idiot chucked overboard. That'll do for now. It's been one thing after a figure. I was thinking give me a splash of local hooch, would you? Octavania looks at you carefully, then takes the bottle from a shelf and uncorks it. The transparent, pungent-smelling liquid quickly fills the glass that sits between you. Pascal's respirator hisses quietly, and he says in an insinuating tone, "The alchemic composition of this substance is known to me, but never before have I come across such an unusual application. An exquisite path of metrogem in honour of the Omnishire." This glass contains a liquid that is clearly made from spent promethium. This is moonshine, virtually unfiltered, that quickly blows the drinker off their feet, and when imbibed regularly turns their liver into a bubbling sponge. Is this your attempt to poison me? Pardon me, but you were the one who asked for the local hooch. Yeah, let's try. Success, yes. The liquid burns your tongue, then your throat, then your stomach. It takes your breath away, but after a few seconds, warmth spreads throughout your body, and your head feels a little lighter than usual. Octavanian clicks her tongue in approval. That's the second time I've seen a noble drunk the octane blend without wincing, but I won't offer you any more. I've got just the thing set aside for such an occasion. Octavanian grabs a dusty unopened bottle from under the bar and a clean glass. The amber liquid splashes against the crystal walls as she adds in a couple of black pebbles. The soft, spicy aroma tickles your nostrils. You said I'm the second person to drink that octane blend without wincing. The first was Caligos Winterscale. That's right, the head of House Winterscale himself used to come here often. An impressive guy. True, whenever he and his officers came through the door, the locals would find themselves a hole to hide in. Drinks weren't the only thing his lordship liked knocking back. If someone so much as looked at him funny, he'd paint the walls red. The amsec warms your throat pleasantly. You can make out a hint of spice, the flavour of an oak barrel, and a distinct earthy aroma. You feel a little more at peace, and you reach the bottom of the glass sooner than you'd like. Give me something strong. Octavane shows you an empty bottle and makes a helpless gesture. I'm sorry, ma'am. This was the last bill of that year. What can I say? We're all feeling the blunt of footfall shipment problems. I'll be going. Octavane bows her head slightly. Until next time, ma'am. They just heard it then. It's like ding, ding.
Keep your wits about you.
Unexpected result.
The fluffy man in warm clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky booze. Only when he looks up at you do you notice his eyes, large, piercing, and full of sorrow, a stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? He takes a closer look at you. Not just someone, it's Lady von Valencia herself. Yours is an ancient and glorious line, your ladyship. A number of magnificent structures built on your ancestors' orders, both for defensive and decorative purposes, remain in the Sacrus sector. They keep your dynasty's memory alive despite the fact that it has long since focused its endeavours in a different sector. Abelard stares at you with surprise and respect. I'll be. Even I was unaware of such details, and I have spent quite some time studying the chronicles of your noble bloodline. Allow me to introduce myself. Gordier Skatov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Here I go again, pouring my heart out to have you disappear in 10 minutes, just like everyone else before you. But all right, here's the story of Gordier Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. I was born 2 scepters away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to my great passion, the history of Imperium architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find on this art, and then, once I inherited my family's fortune, I travelled and documented the development of architectural thought on different worlds, until one day, oh that accursed and blessed day until one day I came into possession of something quite special. Godet pulls what looks like a book or an album with a homemade leather cover out of his bag. Both the pages and binding look well worn. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwayne's Designs, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago in the time of Footfall's construction. What a curious read, please tell us more. As Cassia takes a shy step forward, Godet smiles and shows her some of the faded pages. Footfall's founder, Lord Passimus, was obsessed with his creation's grand future. This booklet describes in detail what Footfall was meant to become upon its completion. Dozens of asteroids turned into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvellous flying buttresses, the archivolts of the exterior arches, the elegant arrangements of balusters, and the interior, proliferous 10 stories tall and more, then a kilometre long, Silipine light tubes that catch the light of Ferrabundus and use it to brighten the halls in the hearts of the asteroids. Stained glass windows and mosaics, bas-reliefs and statues. Engrossed in his own description, Godet stands up and starts tracing the outlines of arches and galleries with his hands. Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself, blushes slightly, and loudly flops back in his seat. I apologise, I got carried away, but you must understand how deep an impression this booklet left on me when my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station. And of course, no matter how hard my friends and loved ones tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on a journey. And then he came to this dump. It's no easy feat to cross 2 sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at his disposal. I had to change one ship after another, at times being forced to stay on transfer worlds, waiting for a vessel headed in the right direction, or for warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years. In real space time, of course. For me, it was much less than that. Somewhere in the neighbourhood of 30 or 35. And then after all those years, having spent all of my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dump in the place of the exquisite portico, metal anthills clinging to the columns, the marble tiles pilfered by paupers to use as claddings for their hovels. Gordio hangs his head. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expected to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It's like stumbling upon the horrible decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. Argenta's gaze darkens. The warp, like a shameless thief, is guilty of stealing the short span allotted to his servants. But what sense is there in spending half your life on such an enterprise, only to then lose your spirit and waste the remaining half on nothing at all? So then ink and paper can lie too, and cause pain. Cassia sighed sadly. Does this mean that all I have ever read about will one day disappoint me with the ugliest of reality? But you're an architectural historian. Is what happened to Footfall not part of its history? Gordia strikes his goatee in thought. Yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with the remains of majestic palaces, is a unique phenomenon. I would be curious to observe it if other places have taken after it, therefore solidifying it as a new style of architecture, or if it still remains a local oddity. My word, you certainly know how to provide an unexpected perspective on things. But that as it may, I just wanted to say thank you for hearing me out. Over the dozen years I have spent on Footfall, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to the end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. I'm poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you as token of my appreciation. After studying this booklet thoroughly, I've discovered something interesting. A ciphered message scattered throughout its pages, taking the form of a riddle. It describes certain places of interest on Footfall. I believe it is the work of the booklet's creators. What if these riddles lead to something? A wondrous discovery. I will gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Riddles? A flash of burning, almost childish Curiosity brightens Cassia's austere countenance. Have you not tried to make this wondrous discovery for yourself? I have, of course, but I am an old man who is blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. I never found anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to find. Tell me about these places the riddles lead to. The first location from the riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of this district and into the void towards the neighboring asteroid. Only a couple of its span were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the cache survived after all these years, it is there somewhere. The second location is the Lantern of the Great Cathedral. The lantern is a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? The whole atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. The Liege's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what was meant to be naught but a single room. The great cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger, but alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and his work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived, and was brought inside the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of St. Gerus the Warrior. And that's all I know. I wish you luck in your search. I'll take my leave. Good luck to you.
I always keep my options open.
Who are these people? The woman looks to be in her 40s and she is surveying you with interest. Her right eye appears almost black against her dusky skin, while her left eye emits a greenish light filtered through the smuggled lens of her prosthesis. Her arms are tattooed all the way from the base of her shoulders to her knuckles. Looking for something specific? You're buying or maybe selling? Don't be shy, just ask. Old Rizza knows all kinds of folk. My 4 boys will fetch you anything your heart desires. Let's see what you have to offer. Oh, Grandpa Bacco says hello. Riz's face breaks into a broad smile. That old rascal, I thought he'd croaked in the mines a long time ago. But old man Bavil's still alive and kicking, you say? Well... What? You let the pirates leave Racophilia alive? No, I didn't. I killed them. I guess killing them counted, because I said I was going to let them go. And then I may have had to pick the dogmatic option and kill the heretics. Me and him have been through a lot of interesting scrapes together. And all the weird and wonderful things we've stole or acquired. Backhove would have sent his regards along with just anyone. You must have done him a good turn, and because of that, old Riz is going to give you a special discount. You have gained a 5 profit factor discount on items. Let's see what you got to offer. Navy swashbuckler coat. Grants +5 fellowship. This coat grants the wearer 10% parry reduction. Medikit. Might as well. Serrated greatsword. On a critical hit, this sword inflicts 1 stack of the laceration effect. I might as well buy it. Bayonet knife. When the wielder attacks with any ranged weapon at a 1 cell range, that attack also inflicts 4 bleeding. Let's get this. Let's get some reputation as well. Ooh, that's way too much. What do we need? 1,000. Oh no, but we gotta get to 4. Pirate chainmail. Ooh, 50%. Staff of Endless Flame. I need a better bolter.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, I guess I should do some, make sure we... Stub pistol. Faux hammer. More damage. Rate of fire 1. Max ammo 6. Rending shotgun. Silent verdict. Thunderhammer. Uh, 35. Casing chestplate. Operatives gloves. The wearer raises momentum to 175 whenever they kill 5 enemies in a row. Whenever the wearer... Okay, there... But nothing else. Denial of nightmares. Spinners. If the wearer has 10 or more stacks of Blood Blessed, they gain. All attacks or opportunity deal an additional plus agi bonus damage. Arsons. These and increase the damage from flame weapons. 3 tech use. Bonus, all allies in a 2-star radius around the wearer gain a plus bonus to resolve. Grants a plus 10 bonus to awareness. 45. Grenadiers, heretical. Okay. Oh wait, what's this? Cherub, an artificial biomechanical creation. Oh, I didn't even realize. What's this? Herald Servo Skull.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. Let us not dawdle.
BRB? Bloody hell, is it hot? Okay, let's do a quest. Or a rumor. Maybe I'll come back for rot when I've got more health. I'm going to explore at least, see what's up. Did I go to the dark hideout?
Is there money to be made?
There's lots of money to be made. Oh, what the hell's this? Oh, the anvers. So here we go.
I'm restless.
Yep. And the Kingpin, the man with a shaggy mop of dark hair, is dressed and armed about as well as everyone in here, and yet he is unmistakably the leader. He takes a step towards you. He chuckles. He spreads his arm wide in a welcoming gesture. My guests, what a joy it is to see you in my humble refuge. I see you've come here to be introduced to the truth. Which will you choose then, words or fire and metal? You already know the answer, heretic. Abelard, would you kindly inform this bandit vermin that we've come to execute him? Abelard glowers menacingly and says in his best officer voice, by the order of the head of the Von Valencius dynasty, a fully recognized rogue trader with all the attendant rights and privilege, including authority on footfall, you riffraff are hereby sentenced to death. May the Emperor have mercy on your souls, for we shall show you none. The man cringes. Bloated all masters of the universe. They don't realize that their time has passed. You think you can scare me? Do you even know what our name means, outsider? Footfall calls us the Anvers. They do not stop to look, listen, learn. The man pauses, then half closes his eyes and proclaims in crude but clear High Gothic, Auxilio non venent, help will not come. The maw has closed, the Coronis expanse is on its own now. A new era has come, and we are its sovereigns. Oh no, what's he doing? Oh god, there's this massive fan, isn't there?
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none!
What the hell? Toxin. Let's go. I think I've got to be quick. Why is all the music just gone eerily quiet?
Request approved.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh yeah, I need to do all this stuff, don't I?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Pain cleanses the body. Faith without deeds is a prayer.
Look, he just healed her.
Let's get to it.
From the ashes,
Oh god.
I will rise. It's as good as done. On it. I'll see to it personally. Eradicated.
As honor ordains. Killing brings me no pleasure. Trust me. As the tenants demand.
On in, maggot.
Oh, she's so dead.
Soul shall become like fire.
An offering of blood.
My competencies are not that universal. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
Running by Narek Override.
I've suffered worse.
Blessed
I've
be
seen
the
worse
hand of the
battles than
healer.
this in my time. It will be done. Indeed. At your beck and call.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Just a minor setback. Let's make it quick.
How dare you? Be careful not to cross my gaze. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
The scriptural prognosis is request approved significant value.
If I may.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Ah, so close.
Doubt is for the weak.
Hold on.
How many attacks is he gonna get?
High momentum.
Who, if not me?
Oh, he's too close.
A broken blade has no use. Death comes in silence.
There we go.
Ah, an exemplary strike.
Oh, she's gonna get killed.
Show me what you've got.
Explorers know one route. Forward. Running by Narek Override. Beyond the Sire
ears are ringing. It will be done.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
My vow is to serve. Request. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
As duty demands.
Just pick them off one by one now.
I'll do it. I am his will made manifest. Faith without eradicated. I'll do it.
Oh, I got the wrong bloody gun.
Time to slaughter someone.
Doubt is for the weak.
I'll see to it personally.
I will leave footprints of
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
as honor ordains. Trust me.
Let's get to it.
Oh, come on.
Right.
Running binaric override.
I played a little bit earlier. I saw that they're doing some changes for solo though, so I might come back when they've done that. I think it's just like small things like they're adding a one-time respawn when you fight the bosses, and I think there's some like number adjustments and stuff. Yeah, it's okay. It's not like it's not like Elden Ring. I don't know. I might, yeah. I don't know. I think I'll probably end up playing it. Even if it's just like a game every now and again.
Request approved. Function successfully terminated. The Omnisire condemns you.
Yeah, the group stuff definitely seems better at the moment. The solo, I think it's just it's a lot more awkward because you the bosses are random, and so if you come across a new one and it's just you can't just, if you die, you can't just get someone to get you back up. So it's just over, and then you got to start again. So I think that side of it was definitely a bit awkward, especially because all the weapons are random as well, so you don't know what you've got. And then when you're playing solo, as soon as you die, it's over. So they could probably definitely tweak that. Yeah, it does look fun though. And I mean I wasn't really I wasn't not liking it. To be honest, I haven't played it when I've been feeling the best as well, so I think I'll probably wait till they've done the number tweaks and try again. My biggest problem actually is that I don't know if it's the settings I've got or something. My eyes like can't they have a bit of trouble when I'm moving the camera, focusing on stuff. I don't know how to explain it. Normally it's when it's like 30 FPS or something and not been using it for a while. It's like a weird yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Like it takes a couple of seconds for everything to catch up. Which I never got in Elden Ring. It might, yeah, I don't know. I might be losing it. I think that's probably just because I haven't played their engine in a while. And I mean, they make great games, but they're not the smoothest of games. And the chainsaw. Oh, I saw someone earlier going, does anyone else in their 20s find it like they're running out of time? Jeez. What's this? Flame weapon.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
%, dodge.
Keep your wits about you.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. Yes.
I always have a backup plan.
Oh god, that is really a lot of mines, isn't it?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Warehouse. Oh, Jay. Oh. Sharon, I'm here. What a joy it is to see you. Follow me, please. Oh, Shireen. Sector 2.
Fortune smiles on us. An ill omen.
I always keep my options open.
Is aiding a smuggler an endeavor worthy of a rogue trader?
Yes, can I help you?
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Show them no mercy.
Okay, let's go.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? If I may?
Excuse me.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
I do
I'm
insist.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Running binary override.
Oh, I messed up there.
My vow is to serve.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I am your blade and shield. Let your soul be purged. As honor ordains.
A moving target lives longer.
Aim for the fuel barrels. Well, that was pointless. Wait, why is she going again? Oh, is she an officer?
Here we go.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Strike is a prayer. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
As the Emperor commands.
I've suffered worse.
For a setback?
My faith shields me.
Oh, finally, the friends are going to help out.
On in, maggot.
He just killed 2 of his friends. Oh god, there's more.
Aim for the heart next time.
Scared yet?
Oh, he's dying.
Yet. Oh, careful now. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent.
Show me what you've got.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
Out of my way.
Who's core? Oh, come on. If she moves, is she gonna suffer the same?
If I may,
No.
isn't this a job for the serfs?
Running binaric override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I am a navigator, another foe painted black.
The shadows will see it done. I shall not fail. As the tenets demand.
I know what I'm doing, usually. You're no fun. Jai Haydari. Remember
Let's
the
make
name.
it quick.
Toxic burst.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
High momentum.
Doubt is for the weak. Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Oh, I messed up again.
I'll do it. I refuse. Faith without deed, you, my Emperor. I'll do it. This is unacceptable.
I'll make it happen.
Time to slaughter someone.
They're so stupid.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Oh, that's not good.
I took care of this one. Reduced to dust. At your beck and call.
Hold on.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved. My vow is to serve.
Minor setback.
Here we go.
God, he just...
It's nothing.
Emperor, give me strength.
Running by Narek Override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Do not dare ask.
I bring mercy and retribution, as honor ordains.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
I don't think it's good for your lungs.
Fair.
Zero. Oh, she's I keep forgetting she's
Doubt is for the weak.
an officer. You missed.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh God,
Hearts to death.
that must have been the worst hits possible. She hit Gabella twice, and then bloody killed herself on a barrel.
I won't stand for it.
I took care of this one.
What a mess. Thank you. Thank the throne we didn't come here with just the three of us. Yeah. If it'd been just the three of you, you'd all walked into the gas and killed yourselves. Hello? these ashmags dare to touch something from the cargo. 235, thank the Exalted One those ashmags didn't tie him to make off with anything yet. Jay carefully inspects the containers emblazed with markings from some unknown freight operator, then smiles, touches the comm bead in her ear. Give me 2 minutes, Shireen. I'll send the coordinates to my loyal crew who will deliver my property somewhere safe. And done. Jay removes her hand from her ear and turns to you. We're good. Now how about we relocate to a more pleasant and private space to discuss the details of our deal. Specifically, payment for your efforts. What, we're just going to leave your priceless cargo here unattended? Nothing to worry about. After all the ruckus we've caused here, I doubt anyone will go near the containers. I am, however, infinitely flattered by your concern for my, now our, property. Let's go. Jay opens her mouth to reply when you hear the sounds of many footsteps behind you. Jeez. Vladim's agent. Stop right there in the name of the Liege. The gaunt, pale-skinned man in grimly clerical robes glances at you and immediately falls to his knees, obsequiously. Your Excellency, please forgive my venomous, most noble Pandora. I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of Footfall. I am Vladimir Toker's personal agent. The man hesitates, choosing his words carefully. I came here to remove from criminal circulation a shipment, the distribution of which is banned in the lands of Footfall. Horrendous Xeno heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the Holy Imperium. He looks at Che. I do not doubt for a moment, most noble Pandora, that your presence here is merely a misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations. Commerce. It's too great a coincidence that the Legion's representative should arrive at the Shadow Quarter just after Jay has recovered her rightful spoils. It seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment over the Vox, and not just to anyone, but to the Legion's personal agent. Vadim Dorga knew about the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself, and get rid of Jay if he could. Behold the grubby underhunt struggle between cold traders. And had it not been for your impromptu deal stuck in the bar, Vadim might have succeeded. This cargo belongs to the von Valentius dynasty. Is Lord Tarko trying to encroach upon the property of a rogue trader? No, your ladyship, I beg your forgiveness, this wretched sir, for terrible misunderstanding. 1,000 apologies. I won't disturb you further. Jay watches him hurry away, then looks at you. I wish I could see Vladim's face when he finds out he almost stepped on the toes of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, Pandora, I'm genuinely sorry about this confusion. Vladim and I had our difficulties, but I never thought he'd want to clean me out and do away with me in some dark corner. At least not so soon. If you hadn't agreed to our deal, Shireen, my gang and I would already be floating in orbit around one of the Footfall's asteroids. And yes, my shipment contains Xeno artifacts. Oh no. The possession of which is a death sentence for any commoner. I'm gonna have to kill her. If I had told you directly, you would have become, shall we say, Why are you telling me now? But since those illicit words did not escape my lips, you would merely be agreeing to help an unfortunate soul, me, to recapture a few containers. My sincerest wish was to protect you from any unnecessary trouble, Shireen. I swear by the Exalted One. The statement is true, with the exception that you yourself are an uneducated lay woman and a thief who ought to stay away from the technological perversities of non-humans. I am now requesting your prentative disposal. Uneducated me? I've held things in my hands that you, clog for brains, can only dream of in your oil-soaked data fantasies. Stop hiding behind piety and law. You're simply defending your clique's monopoly on anything and everything of interest and monetary value. Execute. A rogue trader could use some of your talents and connections. I'd like to see you in my retinue. Exalted One, bless you and your entire dynasty. I wouldn't say no to marking the occasion properly. If it is your way, let the pain prevent her from uttering words of rain. Don't even think about it, you crazy Kashka. Unless you want me to add a few extra bits of lead to the metal ornaments of that sulky mug of yours. Yeah. Sister Argenta, I've heard all about your deeds on footfall, but I never would have guessed there was an angelic beauty behind all the idle gossip. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and experience are entirely at your disposal. Oh, and one more thing. If you're interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give the Von Valencius Protector a leg up, I'd say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things, but once we get back to the ship, perhaps you could spare me a minute, Shireen.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, I forgot I need to level up. Okay, I think that's it for tonight though. I spent so much time on this bloody single station. Tomorrow, back to the void. Go find some of my planets, I guess. Though it's lovely that all three of them are under attack. Reclaim what we lost. Does it say in-game 1 days? Oh, okay, yeah.